What's up, YouTube? Today I'm here to show y'all my retro controller collection. This is basically emulation. Most of it's PC based, some of it's Android based. Like this one of my controllers I like to use for Android. It's one of the B-Bone Cool controllers. Once I get it untangled here. But yeah, it's a pretty good controller, you know what I'm saying, overall. Um, Now I have had to replace one of the rubber contacts inside of this controller, so keep that in mind. But not bad price, you know what I'm saying? For my NES emulation, I got my dog bone controllers, and I have my original NES controllers, Famicom style Super Nintendo controllers for my Super Nintendo, Sega. Gotta have my Sega controllers. Then Sega Saturn emulation. It's my Nintendo 64 emulation. GameCube, Xbox 360, and Xbox One, which I pretty much use with my PC games as well. And so it kind of give you that Xbox One feel. And of course you can use the Xbox screen capture and stuff like that when you're using that. This is my tablet controller basically, but I use that a lot on the Nox player and stuff like that, Android emulator for PC for Windows, and so same with that one. And another one surprisingly I was able to use with Nox was the Sega controllers, my Wii controllers for my Dolphin emulation. I use my of course GameCube as well for that. And my PlayStation 3 controller for my PSP emulation, PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 emulation. So, gotta use that bad boy. And there's a lot of variations online, I know. I like to get mine with the regular buttons. Now, I heard bad reviews about these as far as using them with the PS3. This is the P3 controller. The thing about it, it works fine with emulation, so the hell with it. And PPSSPP, one thing I noticed is you can't navigate the UI with the PlayStation controller, but you can with the Xbox One controller, so just keep that in mind. But the games work fine as far as the mapping. The P3 controllers don't have auto map like the Xbox One controller does, and so yep. So emulation mania right here. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice collection of PC and Android emulated controllers. And so a lot of people, you got people out there calling them knockoffs and all that kind of stuff. I look at it like a third party controller is a third party controller. And when it comes down to playing games, it's always a better feel to play with the original controllers, you know what I'm saying, or as close to the original controller as you can get. And my option, most of these come unbranded, so you can kind of make mods like this. You understand? I know a lot of people into the 8-bit though and the retro bits, and that's cool. But for what I need to be done, these are very sufficient. I haven't had a failure rate out of them too much at all. I have had one issue with the Tomei dog bone, but the thing about it, they sent another one out. It worked just fine, and both of these controllers I ordered separately. The only thing about the dog bone, when I'm playing my NES emulator, where is it at? Right there. When I'm playing my NES emulator, the only issue that I'm running across is I'm not able to necessarily play two players with the dog bone. So I can use one of my dog bones and one of the rectangular NES controllers, and it works just fine. Some of my emulators here. My GameCube, my 64, my Panasonic 3DO, my PlayStation 2, MAME, of course, Atari 2600, which I have yet to give me a joystick. The 3DS, I prefer to use the Xbox One controller. Xbox 360 and Xbox, kind of a switch. I kind of travel between the Xbox 360 controllers and the Xbox One again. Same thing for arcade. Xbox One is my preference. But just about all the Nintendo controllers, like the 3DS, like I said, of course, I use my Xbox One with that. 64, I use the 64 controllers. For my top loader NES emulator, what I use is my dog bones. And these are custom icons and stuff like that. Of course, I like to have my emulation set up this way. Famicom, still gotta give me a controller, man. Switch emulator, Game Boy emulator. Now, the Game Boy emulator, I prefer to use the NES controller. It's saying greatest similarity. Now Wii U, Xbox One. I haven't kind of graduated to get my external Wii U USB controller yet, but all these pretty much are USB. Some of them are dual control USB and stereoscopic. Stereoscopic and Bluetooth, I'm sorry. And I'm waiting on that damn Dreamcast USB controller. I'm sure a lot of you are. Wii emulators. Now the NVIDIA Shield setup is basically a mixture, a combination of Android games. That's actually my Nox player, but I kind of ran a NVIDIA Shield front end on it, and actually it looked pretty nice, you know what I'm saying? So I got a front end I can go through, choose all my Android games, play my games separate from my media, and kind of, running from there. My Philips CDI, and of course we all know how Philips CDI emulation is right now, so we ain't gonna get into that too much. Got my Mega Drive, and like I said, I'm pretty much tapped on controllers. PlayStation 3, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 1, my Sega Nomad setup, my Sega Naomi, my Game Gear, my Thomas Wave, my Cave, Genesis, Hikaru, Sega CD, Sega Saturn, that's my PSP, Sega Master System, and my Sega Saturn setups. Now for Sega Saturn, I'm running special versions of UOU Boss, Yaba Sanshiro, and Matt Nathan. And so, if y'all have any questions as far as which emulators I'm running here, just leave a comment in the description. Don't forget to subscribe, of course. But yeah, leave a comment in the description, and I'll let you know what emulators I'm using. And so basically, that's my setup right now. And yeah, this is on the TV. You know what I'm saying? So, and I got my Optiplex right there, which is the machine that I'm using to run it. Got about 3 terabyte hard drives hooked up to it. Plus, I think like a 500 gig inside it right now. Not much, but this machine is capable of running a bunch of fucking games. You know what I'm saying? So, and the Wii, what I found about the Wiimotes is authentic Nintendo peripherals work a hell of a lot better with the Dolphin emulator than some third-party shit. So if I were you, as far as the Wii emulation goes, I would stick to the original hardware. But other than that, just kind of giving y'all a glance of where gaming is going. And so, thanks for watching. To check y'all next time. Later.